First of all, am I right or wrong when you read it here or there that 60% of our bees have been wiped out in the world? Is that true?
You know, the numbers I hear are not that dramatic. What I hear is that if you look at the United States, and let's start there, the bees that are what we call feral bees in the wild are really having trouble surviving because of bee pests and other problems that they've run into just in the last couple of decades. But if you talk about managed bees, the commercial beekeepers have become very skilled at reproducing their hives. So the total number of hives in the U.S. have been flat to slightly trending down. So the 60% number is
bad information.
Is probably not accurate.
That's good to know,
at least for the U.S.
But we still need bees to help us out, because I'm telling you, I've learned as I gotten older. You know, I was in school, we were taught about bees. Now at this age, I'm like, how does this work again? The pollination and the whole thing?
So it starts with the flowers themselves that make nectar that attract the honeybees, and the honeybees then spread pollen, so it pollinates the plants, and much of that would be things that we eat. And so a big percentage of our food supply is pollinated by honeybees and other pollinators. The honeybee is the most dominant one because we manage the honeybee to do pollination.
As I've gone on my quest of perhaps being a beekeeper, I noticed there are different sorts of bees around here, different kinds.
There are 30,000 varieties of bees in the U.S.
I can't imagine. And I learned basically what there's some pictures right there. What you're basically working with, though, are what? Drones. And you know, you've always heard the expression, she's queen bee. Once I got back into bees, I noticed, boy, it's good to be queen bee because everybody works for the queen, right?
Well, theoretically, yes, but the queen works all day and sometimes all night as well. And basically her job is to lay eggs and for the reproduction of the hive. And so that's what the queen does, and then she has attendants that help her, you know, if they feed her and do all the things that she needs for grooming. But yes, the queen is very busy, especially in the springtime. So
when you look at one of those boxes there's a queen bee, which is to me still very, very hard to find. You watch these people on YouTube, they're like, it's easy. There's the queen bee right there. I'm like, where? I can't find, but there's also the drones. What do the drones do?
The drones are the male bees, and the drones basically eat and mate. So
it's a pretty good deal right there.
It's a pretty good deal. And the drone population is not very large this time of the year because in the springtime is when a lot of the mating process takes place with honeybees. And so as you get into the summer and the winter months, then the drone population goes way down.
But they don't last very long, do they?
They don't. The life cycle of a honeybee in the spring, a worker honeybee, is only about 6 weeks. A queen will last much longer because she's not out flying. She's laying eggs. The queen will last about 3 years on average, but the productivity of the queen goes down significantly after a year, is what we found. I replace my queens every year because of that. And then you got the worker bees, which are the big numbers of bees, and those are all female bees, and they do the work of the hive. They defend the hive, they maintain the hygienics within the hive, they forage for nectar, they go get water and bring it back to the hive.
Wow, worker bees.
There's a lot of work to be done, and I guess the way it was intended, at least in the bee world, is that the women do the work.
Oh my goodness, well I'll be. I'm not touching that with the tip.
No, I try not to be
We're talking about
that.
nature, not us. We're not endorsing that,
Talk
okay?
about the honey and the birds and the bees.